Now on CoastTV News.
Fatal helicopter flight. Information still coming from this overnight tragedy in Houston.
Well, we're seeing some pretty cold temperatures away from the coast to start our Monday, but don't be fooled because guess what? We're going to be near the 80-degree mark this afternoon and near record warmth tomorrow. We'll talk about those dry conditions persisting as well in my full forecast here in minutes.
A heated House race, the accusations being made by candidates seeking to represent the Milford area.
Canal front park drainage dilemma. The plans being reviewed today in Lewis to deal with the ongoing issue and how it is connected to the new playground project.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And welcome to our 6 o'clock hour. Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley. It's Monday, October 21st, 2024.
And Paige, at home, we just brought out our heavier sheets because we've been having these cool mornings, cool evenings, and now I'm hearing 80-degree temperatures.
I'm glad you do that too. I have my winter sheets and my summer sheets. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's one of those weird mornings too, where like if you have school or work, you have to wear your jacket in, but you don't know what to wear on the way home.
Right.
No jacket
definitely needed today.
Yeah.
And to your point, we could hit 80 maybe today.
I kind of just getting ready this morning. I'm like, I'll just be really hot when I leave work today.
Okay.
I'll just deal with it.
Just deal with it.
Yeah. So you have to pick. Do you want to be cold this morning or hot this afternoon? We'll bring in Chris, though. Chris, it's just one of those weird middle ground areas right now.
Exactly right. Good morning, Paige and Matt. Yeah, we're seeing temperatures actually in parts of the area in the 30s at this hour. And a live look into Milford, it is dry and cool and calm. Temperatures, though, you see 40s this morning in Milford rising pretty quickly. We're going to be up to 61 by 10 under those mostly sunny skies. But as I mentioned, we're at 40 in Salisbury, 39 Del Mar, and 42 in Seaford. But you can see at the coast, we're at 56 Ocean City and 52 in Bethany Beach. Visibility not an issue this morning. We are waking up to starry skies and clear conditions. Sun rising at 7:17, and you can see that big dome of high pressure just keeping us nice and dry throughout much of the peninsula. Yes, 80 today and your record warmth tomorrow, and we are going to continue to see the drought conditions worsen. They update that drought monitor every Thursday, and yes, we're going to continue to go days without measurable rain. Cold front moves through Thursday, and then we'll see temperatures drop back into the 60s come next week. You can see temperatures, though, rising, though, into the 70s by noon, and then look at that, by 4 o'clock, we're around 79 degrees under those mostly sunny skies. We'll talk more about the record warmth tomorrow, as well as that extended stretch of dry weather in my full 7-day forecast a little bit later on in the newscast.
Chris, it was last week that we learned about the shocking death of this man, James Welsh, a Sussex Central High School graduate who would go on to be a Bethany Beach EMT and also a lifeguard at Sea Colony. Now, while working in a first responder role in Kentucky, he and 2 others were killed en route to an accident in a helicopter. The helicopter crashed after clipping a power line, a death whose impact is being felt in Kentucky and in Delaware.
That contagious smile. I'll never forget that. It was the same smile the day I hired him to the last day that he was working for us.
I guess one of the fondest memories is him just helping everybody. He's just an unbelievable guy, and it's a huge loss.
Welsh leaves behind a pregnant wife. A GoFundMe has been started to help out the Welsh family, and we have a link to that on CoastTV.com.
Happening today, you can pay your respects for Welsh and his family. A visitation will be held at the Long Neck Chapel of Melson Funeral Services, starting at 9, and then one visitation was held Sunday. A mass of Christian burial will be followed at 11 a.m. This will be at Mary Mother of Peace Catholic Church in Millsboro. That eulogy begins at 10:45.
Breaking overnight in Houston, we have another helicopter crash to tell you about. 4 people, including a child, were killed in Houston. This is video of that scene. The Houston Fire Department said the crash happened at about 7:54 Sunday night. Preliminary details suggest that the helicopter hit a radio tower before crashing. As of 9:30 p.m., officials say the fire was out.
New this morning, more information is expected to be provided about the canal and water situation in South Bethany. The town's been monitoring the water quality after it was found dissolved oxygen levels were 70% higher in 2023 compared to 2022. The oxygen levels have a direct impact on the lack of fish and the increase in algae growth. At this morning's canal water quality meeting, an update on the dredging project is also expected to be given.
Happening tonight, parking at the Canal Front Park in Lewis. It is one of the areas being reviewed that could see improvements in the future. According to city officials, the crushed stone that currently covers the parking lot drains poorly after rain and often leads to standing water. The Parks and Recreation Commission is looking at having a drain line go underneath the path that empties into a basin that already exists at one end of the tennis courts. According to city documents, the contractor estimate for this work would be about $8,000. The commission has indicated it could vote at tonight's meeting to submit these recommendations to the mayor and city council. Just 15 days until Election Day, and one of the races we are tracking in Delaware is that of the State House District 36. This is a district that represents the Milford, Ellendale, and Lincoln areas.
It was just last month incumbent Republican Brian Shoup just barely won his primary battle, now being challenged by Democrat and former Milford School Board member Roni Baltazar Lopez.
There's been a back and forth over campaign financing, with Shoup claiming Baltazar Lopez's run is being funded by developers who, quote, exploit residents.
The Democrat says what Shoup is portraying is not reality. CoastTV was able to get comments from both, and here's just some of what they told us.
The importance of that is these developers have a history of abusing and threatening our neighbors here at home. So for my opponent to take money from them, they've maxed out to him, and for them to give him advice should be a warning to people.
My response to Representative Shoup is that he needs to have a conversation with the Fannons and the developers that he's accusing. I've had those conversations, and I've made it clear to them that my vote, if I am to be elected, is not to be bought. I am raising solely on their funds, and that's beyond the far truth. And I invite people to look at my campaign finance reports, which are all public.
And we'll have an in-depth look at this race later on Coast TV News Today.
Election Day is November 5th, as you know. However, Delaware's early voting begins on Friday. You can cast your ballot through October 29th from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. From October 30th to November 3rd, there is an increase in voting hours. That's going to be from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. There are 9 locations in Sussex County, and a full list of those can be found on our Coast TV News app and website.
And nationally, both presidential campaigns of Vice President Harris and former President Trump very active over the weekend.
Definitely. As NBC's Alice Barr shows us, Harris visited Atlanta churches with celebrities to energize voters. Trump had a job at Harris, who claimed to have once worked at a McDonald's. He took to being a fry cooker at one of those restaurants in Pennsylvania.
Just over 2 weeks to go until Election Day, the presidential nominees barnstorming key swing states. Vice President Harris celebrated her 60th birthday with 2 church visits in Georgia.
Our country is at a crossroads, and where we go from here is up to us, as Americans and as people of faith.
And a serenade from Stevie Wonder.
Happy birthday to you.
Former President Trump sending his birthday wishes from a Pennsylvania rally.
Happy birthday, and many more, and I mean it.
After attempting to troll the vice president by working the fry cooker at a McDonald's in suburban Philadelphia, renewing his claims without evidence that Vice President Harris lied about working at the fast food chain while in college.
She talked about the heat, it was so tough. She never worked at McDonald's.
The former president also stepping up profanity-laced attacks.
We can't stand you, you're a vice president. The worst.
Vice President Harris pushing back on MSNBC.
What you see in my opponent, a former president of the United States, really is, it demeans the office.
In the final stretch, she's zeroing in on Mr. Trump's mental state, casting him as unfit.
What time is it?
It's voting time!
And rallying supporters to the polls in Detroit, part of a tide of early voters already making their voices heard. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Lewis is pedaling closer to creating a bike plan. On Tuesday, a committee meeting is talking about collaborating with consultants and DelDOT. The goal of the plan, to make Lewis safer for both pedestrians and cyclists.
Happening tonight, the AFC North leading Ravens go for a 5th straight win. Baltimore's Birds are in Tampa Bay to take on the 4-2 Buccaneers. Not a big surprise about this. The reigning MVP, Lamar Jackson, has stepped up after an 0-2 start. He now has a combined 12 touchdowns, We'll have more on this game later on Coast TV News Today.
All right, right now, though, we're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News Today.
Coming up, Legacy Lives On. We take a look back at the memorial that was on display in Lewis, honoring those who made the ultimate sacrifice in the global war on terror.
Also ahead, the end of a retail era, the closing of the final full-size Kmart, the financial issues at its cause and why it's not an overall finale for the retail chain.
And Oscar and power in Cuba. Poor infrastructure there leading to a blackout just as a hurricane was hitting its shores. Coast TV News Today is back after this.
For professionalism, craftsmanship, and quality products at the best price, choose Window World.
If you need a new roof or windows or siding, just give them a call. I was very pleased and would recommend them to everyone.
Call Window World today.
In 2019, two visionaries banded together behind a restaurant to create the ultimate pizza, starting from scratch, just like our dough. At the Dough Bar, everything is a season for a reason. From our gourmet specialty pizzas to our signature sandwiches and mouth-watering entrees, we use high-quality ingredients for a freshness you'll crave. Enjoy our specialty cocktails with 16 craft brews on tap, or toast your own s'mores tableside by the water. Order online or visit the Dough Bar, Milton, Delaware's hidden gem.
As a math teacher, Matt Meyer knows that Delaware's tax system isn't adding up. So he has a plan to fix it. Give middle-class families a tax cut, invest in schools, and lower costs. But Mike Ramone's plan gives tax breaks to the ultra-rich, which could cut education by nearly $175 million. Matt Meyer knows these numbers don't add up. He'll make state taxes fair so families can get ahead. Vote Matt Meyer for governor.
Hi, I'm Chris Adams from Mattress Peddlers, your local family-owned starter mattress store. Are you out of room on your bed? If it's not fit for you and your life, the size of your mattress could be the source of your poor night's sleep. There's even a California King for you basketball players out there. Buying a new mattress is quick and easy, so stop in today and sleep on a better bed tonight.
Mattress Peddlers. For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Customer satisfaction is our top priority.
Window World does an excellent job. I recommend them to all of my clients.
Window World was different because they actually responded to my phone calls and listened to what I was asking for.
Call Window World today.
Good morning, Delmarva Live looking to Milford. It is a cold start to what will be a warm afternoon, seeing temperatures in the 40s. Well, we're going to be up into the 60s by 10 under mostly sunny skies on our way to the upper 70s to 80-degree temperatures. There you see, though, the cool spot, Delmar coming in at 38. We're at 40 Salisbury, 42 in Seaford, and we're in the lower 50s at the coast. You can see pretty clear and dry throughout much of the mid-Atlantic, northeast, and plains, all thanks to a big dome of high pressure. But we push along here in the fall season. Current fall foliage, we're at moderate, making its way down to the peninsula. We're still at patchy foliage throughout much of the area. And if you're making your way out to the golf course this afternoon, looking pretty nice with a temperature of 80 degrees. We will talk, though, about a big cool down in that extended forecast coming up.
This morning, many Cubans remain in the dark as Hurricane Oscar makes landfall on the island. Electricity on much of the island is yet to be fully restored after days of blackout. And now residents face Hurricane Oscar, which made landfall as a Category 1 storm on the island's coast Sunday night with sustained winds of 80 miles per hour. The storm could put an end to the power recovery efforts if it affects the plants in its path. The impact of the blackout goes beyond lighting and services like water supply. They also depend on electricity to run pumps. There's no official estimate for when the blackout will end. Bethany Beach woman is facing charges again, this time after she allegedly kicked the police chief after a promotional ceremony at Town Hall. Police say the woman, Lisa Bilder, there on your screen, was caught on camera. She was also arrested in August after being reported to swerve her car towards pedestrian on her street, and that caused some fear and panic there.
Attention Kmart shoppers, it's the end of an era. The last full-size Kmart in the mainland U.S. will be closing its doors for good on Sunday. That store is located in Bridgehampton, New York. Now, once that closes, all that's going to be left will be the smaller Kmarts with limited items in Miami. There are still a couple stores in the U.S. Virgin Islands as well and in Guam. In 2002, it filed for bankruptcy protection, becoming the largest U.S. retailer to do so at that time. Gold futures on the New York Mercantile Exchange rose to a record high on Friday. Prices for gold futures settled at a record high price for 2 consecutive days. This comes as gold has seen a surge of over 30% this year, surpassing record levels, driven by prospects of further Federal Reserve rate cuts after a 0.5 percentage point rate cut just last month. Still coming up this morning, remembering our warriors, the impact of a memorial in Lewis that paid tribute to servicemen and women who died in the aftermath of 9/11.
Well, you're going to need a coat this morning, maybe a light sweater stepping outside, but by this afternoon, you're not, because temperatures are going to be right around that 80-degree mark. Just a gorgeous day on the peninsula, and we have more sunshine and dry weather over the next 7. We'll talk all about it, and a big temperature drop by week's end coming up when Coast TV News Today comes right back.
Take your favorite radio station with you wherever you go. Download free today.
I absolutely love my show home. With all this new space, I had to upgrade my furniture. The abundance of natural light was hard to get used to. I'm all settled now, though. Everybody loves the kitchen. No bones about it. With this home, I'm the life of the party. Our first trick-or-treaters. Let's go, people!
Happy Halloween! We know Angela Alsobrooks got caught taking illegal tax breaks, owing $59,000 in back taxes.
And she's now getting a deal. No penalties and a 25% reduction in interest.
Now the New York Times reports Alsobrooks lied on official mortgage documents, and Alsobrooks was sued twice for not paying her bills. Thousands in water, sewer, and other expenses. What scandal will they report next? Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming, our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th, for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com. Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
If your family's anything like mine, life brings in dirt and messes.
Touchdown!
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh!
Sit back, relax, and leave the deep cleaning to the pros. Your home isn't clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home clean.
Time is 6:18, and we are giving you a live look at what appears on your screen of a very calm Lewis, maybe a little bit of a breeze with those flagpoles there. This is at the Roosevelt Inlet, and First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono is in for Bob. No break yet from these dry conditions, Chris.
Without question, it's just been an incredible stretch of dry weather on the peninsula, and sunrise coming up here in about another hour. Temperatures, though, quite cold to start, especially if you're interior Delmarva, where we're in the upper 30s to low 40s, and we are in the mid to lower 50s at the coast. Winds relatively calm, allowing for those temperatures to fall. Get that radiational cooling at the coast. We're generally about 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the west. Clear skies, starry skies to start, all thanks to a big dome of high pressure that's really been in full control of our weather pattern here over the last few days, and it's going to continue to stay dry. In fact, 24 straight days without measurable rain. 34 days is the record, though. That is set in October 17th through November 19th of 01. And we're going to continue to march up this ranking here. Unfortunately, right now we're 8th, and we're going to continue to increase this here over the next few days as we continue to see bone dry conditions over that 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, drier than normal. And then as we extend that out to 8 to 14 days, yes, we're going to continue to be relatively dry throughout much of the eastern half of the country. Unfortunately, we do need the rain very badly. Average high 68. Well, we're around that 80-degree mark over the next few days. Then we take a plunge As we go into Thursday and Friday, we're back into the 60s. Once that sun rises to this morning, we're going to warm up pretty quickly through the lunchtime hour into the lower to mid 70s and eventually topping out around that 80-degree mark. We're at, we'll see 81 in Seaford, 81 Dover, 70 in Easton, 88 Federalsburg, 81 in Salisbury, 78 Princess Anne. And there you see you have futurecast, those clear skies. And then by tomorrow morning, could see some patchy fog to start, and then we're going to warm up really quickly in the afternoon, lower 80s, mid to upper 70s at the coast. So the front moves through late Wednesday through Thursday. It's a dry front because most of the shower activity is going to be well north of the Delmarva Peninsula. You see those winds shifting out of the northwest. We stay dry into Friday. Saturday, again, looking relatively dry with this front because most of the shower activity looks to stay to the north. And then we see even cooler air work in by Sunday with highs only in the upper 50s to lower 60s. But again, staying very dry throughout that extended forecast. So we're at 80 this afternoon, a marvelous start to the week. Starry night, chilly. Again, some patchy fog possible, especially towards the coast. 82 for your Tuesday. Record is 83, set back in 2020. And there's your umbrella winner, Deborah Short of Easton, Maryland. You're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella. And there's your 7-day. We're at 80 Wednesday, and then we say so long to the 80s and back to more normal highs for this time of year. And a nice fall-like weekend setting up on Delmarva. We have the parade there in Rehoboth on Saturday, 69 degrees and sunshine and staying pretty dry.
Thank you so much. Sunday was the last day of remembering our fallen. That's a national memorial that was at the Lewis Ferry grounds for the past few days. CoastTV reporter Kevin Zappé shows us how those final days of the memorial were honored.
Thousands of pictures are being displayed in Lewis, and people from across Delmarva came to show their respect. The memorial represents those who have died following 9/11 in the War on Terror. The Iraq-Afghanistan Memorial is a traveling memorial that makes its way across the country. David Lutzen has driven this trailer to 6 different locations across the U.S. this year, and one speech made him want to help keep these heroes' memories alive.
Lonnie Ford made one statement in the interview, and he said that he was afraid his son would be forgotten. And now we have 5,394 photos displayed.
There are 33 of these towers, representing the nation's fallen heroes. The light brown color shows the heroes who have lost their lives due to wounds they suffered in the war zone. The blue represents those who took their own lives after the war, and the red represents those who died in training. Kelly Bergen helped organize the event here in Lewis and showed CoastTV some heroes' stories, from a young man and his dog saving lives to a former NFL player who fought for our country. But one story hit her close to home, meeting the mother of Corey Cowell.
I'm standing particularly in front of Corey Cowell, and I'm wearing the My Warriors Place t-shirt today to honor him. His mother created My Warriors Place in Ruskin, Florida, to honor him.
Organizers ended the closing ceremony with a prayer, and the community came together after to help break everything down. A final day for these fallen heroes on Delmarva, gone but never forgotten. The Iraq-Afghanistan's National Memorial will continue in Tennessee to honor the lives lost. I'm Kevin Zappé in Lewis, CoastTV News.
Coming up, donations at Barn Dance, the big fundraiser for a Milton organization that provides therapy for children and adults with disabilities. CoastTV News Today returns in a moment.
Here at the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, such as myself in countertops, to not only ensure you get the best product to fit your needs, but that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
When I came into the Delmarva Design Center and see that big collection of slabs, that makes really the decision seamless.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Join us for the American Cancer Society's Making Strides Against Breast Cancer in Ocean City on Saturday, October 26th. The walk starts at 8 a.m. on the boardwalk at the Inlet. Sign up to walk or lead a team to celebrate courage and hope for breast cancer survivors, those living with metastatic breast cancer, caregivers, and families. Be the hope to help end breast cancer for everyone. For more details, visit coastcountry.com. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy.
To learn more, visit nationalguard.com/DC.
For over 50 years, our mission at Herker Property Maintenance has been very clear. Deliver exceptional curb appeal to neighborhoods, businesses, and property management. Our team of highly trained professionals are committed to making your properties look attractive, clean, and professional, limiting your risk of issues arising. From landscaping to full-service exterior maintenance, Herker's your one-stop solution. Send your RFP to Herker Property Maintenance now and discover how Herker can save you thousands and elevate your property curb appeal.
Might have looked like a scene out of Texas over the weekend, but this was in Milton. Southern Delaware Therapeutic Riding held its fundraiser barn dance. It helps with the cost of maintaining the horses, as well as providing financial assistance for the children and adults with disabilities that benefit from the service. Check out the brisket there. I could attest it was delicious because there's a picture of my wife Shannon and I. Great night, great cause in Milton by Southern Delaware Therapeutic Riding. We're joined again by First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono. Sunny and 75. We're getting way beyond that today.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, yeah. We're actually going to be up near 80 degrees across portions of the peninsula. Live look into Ocean View, waiting for that sun to rise at 7:17 this morning. We're at 49 there. Dew point 48, winds pretty calm as well. As we check into Ocean City and Fenwick Island, starting out into the 50s, and we're going to be pretty nice there this afternoon under sunny skies. Temperatures getting in the lower 70s, a bit milder as we make our way up to Lewis and Rehoboth, as we'll see highs topping out in the mid-70s. Making our way over towards the bay there, wall-to-wall sunshine in Cambridge, topping out in the mid-70s there. A bit cooler there in Crisfield. Will look likely top out there in the mid-70s as well. And remember, you can get your forecast at any time by calling our First Alert weather phone, and that is sponsored by Bar Mondalis, Brockstead, and Federico. We'll take a look at that 7-day forecast coming up a little bit later on the newscast.
Chris, thank you. Also coming up, campaign accusations. We're going over what the candidates are saying about each other in what is shaping up to be one of Delaware's closest races for a seat in the state house.
Altering alcohol sales hours, we look at what is in a proposed Dagsboro ordinance dealing with bars and restaurants.
And helicopter horror in Houston. What's been revealed so far about a tragic crash that happened overnight? Stick with us on Coast TV News today.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, and Delmarva Day. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them.
In 2019, two visionaries banded together behind a restaurant to create the ultimate pizza, starting from scratch, just like our dough. At the Dough Bar, everything is a season for a reason. From our gourmet specialty pizzas to our signature sandwiches and mouth-watering entrees, we use high-quality ingredients for a freshness you'll crave. Enjoy our specialty cocktails with 16 craft brews on tap, or toast your own s'mores tableside by the water. Order online or visit the Dough Bar, Milton, Delaware's hidden gem.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Here's Dr. Ron Leonard, our elder statesman. Now, how long have you worked here, Dr. Ron? Probably decades?
Centuries. We used to drill holes in patients' heads to release evil spirits, but hey, that's the 80s for you.
Listen to Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. We are Delmarva proud.
Now on Coast TV News.
Home stretch in District 36 House race. We look at the contentious campaign and what could be one of Delaware's closest races.
It's a cold start to our Monday on the Delmarva Peninsula, but we are going to warm up pretty quickly into the afternoon as we approach the 80-degree mark, and it's only a little taste of what's to come. We could be near some record highs tomorrow. Unfortunately, the drought conditions are going to continue to worsen. My full forecast here in minutes.
Remembering James Welsh, the Sussex County native who died in a helicopter crash while on a rescue mission. We have details on today's memorial service.
Canal condition, that is what South Bethany officials are expected to learn more about this morning, the areas of concern that have their attention.
This is Coast TV News Today.
October 21st, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
Now, how about having the life of Paige? Get this.
Okay.
Your Washington NFL team won.
Yes.
Your Turtles, big win over USC.
Yes.
Tan, rested, and ready, and back on the desk here at Coast TV.
Well, thank you for calling me Tan, because I think this is like most people's base, what they start off as, but this is Tan for
you
me.
shouldn't use that FPF 85,000 or whatever you use.
SPF.
Yeah, I was struggling with that one.
You can see who wears the most amount of sunscreen.
Who has knowledge of sunscreen and who doesn't.
Exactly. But yes, it has been a good welcome back from the Dominican Republic to here. If you know, it's still sad leaving when you pass over the blue water. You say you know that feeling though.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah, I was there.
You were there. But yes, all good football-wise. Well, let's bring in Chris now. Chris, all good things pretty much weather-wise here as well.
Yeah, we're going to continue to see the sunshine and dry conditions. A cold start, though, as we've been telling you. We're waking up to the upper 30s to lower 40s with those calm winds, clear skies. That's allowing for those temperatures to really plunge, especially further away from the coast you are. We're at 52 Bethany Beach, 56 there. That's the mild spot in Ocean City. Winds pretty calm, not an issue there. At the coast, generally about 5 to 10 miles an hour out of the west. You can see not much to track. Clouds and radar showing those clear conditions, high pressure just in full control throughout much of the eastern half of the country, and we're going to continue to see dry conditions. Record warmth as we head into our Tuesday. We're near 80 today. Unfortunately, the drought conditions are going to continue to worsen as we are trying to find rain, but not finding much of it in the forecast. Cold front moves through Thursday, and then we do see the return of fall-like temperatures as we're going to be back into the mid-60s. So a cold start at the bus stop this morning, but as I mentioned, warming up pretty nicely by this afternoon with a temperature of around 80 degrees by your afternoon. So we're a gorgeous Monday as we start the week, and we talk more warmth, but then a big cool down comes at the end of the week, and I'll break all that down in my full forecast a little bit later on.
Here's some breaking news now from overnight in Houston. 4 people, including a child, were killed in a Sunday night helicopter crash. This is what you're looking at right there, some video of that scene. The Houston Fire Department says that the crash happened around 7:50 p.m. Preliminary details are suggesting that the helicopter hit a radio tower before crashing. As of 9:30 p.m., officials say that fire was out.
Got another helicopter crash hitting closer to us here along the coast. James Welsh, a Sussex Central High School graduate who would go on to be a Bethany Beach EMT and Sea Colony lifeguard. While working in a first responder role in Kentucky, he and 2 others were killed en route to an accident in a helicopter. That helicopter crashed after clipping a power line.
And happening today, you can pay your respects for Welsh and his family. A visitation will be held at the Long Neck Chapel of Nelson Funeral Service at 9. There was a visitation already held Sunday, and then a massive Christian burial will follow at 11 a.m. That is at Mary Mother of Peace Catholic Church in Millsboro. That eulogy begins at 10:45.
We've been talking about several political races for over a year now, and this morning we're going to focus on one in Delaware. It's for the District 36 State House seat.
Yeah, this is where the Republican incumbent just barely got out of the primary and is now in a heated contest with his Democratic challenger. Coast TV's Brendan Ferguson takes us to the battle to represent the Milford, Ellendale, and Lincoln areas.
Brian Shoup, Roni Baltazar Lopez, both fighting for your vote to represent District 36. Baltazar Lopez is 29 years old and the youngest and first Latino member ever to be elected to the Milford School District Board.
I've focused my life on public service and serving others in the community. Being born and raised in Milford, Delaware, and my experiences growing up as a son of immigrants has really shaped who I am.
Brian Shoup has been in this seat since 2018, but he barely squeaked through his primary challenge, topping Patrick Smith by just 12 votes. He's hoping for a stronger showing in the general election, touting experience and achievements throughout his time in office.
I've created over 30 permanent jobs in one business and 10 jobs in another business, and looking for workforce development. We've increased healthcare access for people of all communities, especially vulnerable communities.
In the grand political tradition of mudslinging, this race has gotten messy. Representative Shoup has claimed his opponent, Rony Baltazar Lopez, is funded by developers who, quote, exploit residents.
The importance of that is these developers have a history of abusing and threatening our neighbors here at home. So for my opponent to take money from them, they've maxed out to him, and for them to give him advice should be a warning to people.
My response to Representative Shoup is that he needs to have a conversation with the Fannons and the developers that he's accusing. I've had those conversations and I've made it clear to them that my vote, if I am to be elected, is not to be bought. I invite people to look at my campaign finance reports, which are all public.
Both of these candidates only have a little bit of time left to reach voters. Whether their messaging has been effective or not, we will all learn that together on Election Day. For Coast TV News, I'm Brandon Ferguson.
Delaware's early voting starts this week. Actually, on Friday, people can cast their ballot through October 29th, time there from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then from October 30th to November 3rd, there's an increase in voting hours. It will be from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. There are 9 locations in Sussex County, and a full list of those can be found on the Coast TV News app and website.
New this morning, working to improve the water quality situation in the South Bethany Canal. The town's been monitoring the water quality after it was found dissolved oxygen levels were 70% higher in 2023 compared to 2022. The oxygen levels have a direct impact on the lack of fish and an increase in algae growth. At this morning's canal water quality meeting, an update on the dredging project is also expected to be given.
Developing news in Lewis, that's where upgrades at the city's parks are getting reviewed tonight, including the parking situation at the Canal Front Park. According to city officials, the crushed stone that currently covers the parking lot drains poorly after rain and often leads to standing water. The Parks and Recreation Commission is looking at having a drain line underneath the path that empties into a basin that already exists at one end of the tennis courts. According to city documents, the contractor estimate for this work would be $8,000.
Now, as for the race for the White House, former President Donald Trump made several stops Sunday in Pennsylvania, including a visit to McDonald's in Bucks County. It's just outside Philadelphia. He took a turn as a fry cooker. Trump has often criticized the legitimacy of claims made by Vice President Harris that she once worked at that fast food chain.
Also on Sunday, Vice President Harris celebrated her birthday while on the campaign trail with a pair of stops in Battleground, Georgia. Here, she made remarks at a church service in Stonecrest that's just outside of Atlanta. Harris emphasized the importance of maintaining faith in times of uncertainty and encouraging members to get out and vote.
Happening tonight, Dagsboro once again considering regulating when alcohol can be sold in town. A new ordinance proposes to limit alcohol sales between 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. for last call. Delaware law right now allows alcohol to be sold in restaurants and bars between 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. But some people we spoke with say in Dagsboro, this isn't the right track.
The negatives here, it would cut back on our business drastically on Friday and Saturday nights. We also have a senior league that depends on us on Fridays. And as for the positives, I don't see any positives for us.
And again, that council meeting is tonight. Also on that agenda, a quote, lack of police presence in the morning and more visibility at community events from police.
More news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Still ahead, we're talking meningitis awareness, the efforts one family has taken after their daughter died from that disease.
Also seeking 5 straight wins, we look at the passing combination and the running that could be productive tonight in Tampa Bay for the Ravens.
And barbecue business saying goodbye, why this popular food truck is ending its run in Milton. Stick with us on Coast TV News today.
capture your favorite moments at the CoastTV photo booth. Strike a pose and snap a pic, all for free. View previous pictures and see the next event at coasttv.com under the Features tab. The CoastTV photo booth, sponsored by Baths by Spicer Brothers.
With more than 25 years of surgical expertise, Dr. Julie Berry is now accepting new patients at Tidal Health Ear, Nose, and Throat Surgery. Dr. Berry offers specialized care for a wide range of general ear, nose, and throat disorders. Whether you're dealing with chronic sinus issues or require advanced surgical intervention, Dr. Berry is here to provide expert care tailored to your specific needs. Discover the difference that expert care can make. Schedule your appointment today.
Turn your dreams of a perfect kitchen into reality with That Cabinet Store, where a dedicated team of designers will bring your vision to life. Whether it's traditional or European, kitchen design is our specialty. And we can get your fully customized kitchen cabinets installed in as little as 4 weeks, semi-custom in 10 days. And if you're looking for new countertops, we offer quality in-house fabricated countertops. Dream today, designs for tomorrow at That Cabinet Store, located with Matt the Carpet Guy in Selbyville and Salisbury.
Has your kitchen remodel been on the back burner?
Move it forward now and take advantage of our biggest kitchen sale of the year.
Paul Davis can restyle your kitchen for half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel. Get all new doors, drawers, and hardware without any major demolition. And the best part is, it's done in as little as 3 days.
We'll bring the showroom to you as soon as tomorrow and give you an estimate that day.
Call now to get $1,500 off, plus free hardware and no payments, no interest for 12 months. Call Paul Davis.
The restoration and remodeling experts.
Get the Coast TV News app. The latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
Pleasant good Monday morning. Delmarva sunrise at 7:17 this morning. Live looking to Laurel, seeing that morning dew there in the foreground. 38 degrees, dew point 37, winds pretty calm there. At temperatures elsewhere, we're at 47 in Milton, 43 Georgetown, and we're at 38 in Delmar. High pressure, though, is still in full control of our weather. We're staying sunny, we're staying dry as we march along here in the fall season, maybe appearing a bit more fall-like across the peninsula as we're beginning to see some patchy foliage as well. If you're making your way out to the golf course this morning, a chilly start, but warming up pretty quickly. We're at 78 by the lunchtime hour under wall-to-wall sunshine and topping out around that 80-degree mark this afternoon. We're talking about record highs tomorrow in that 7-day forecast here in a little bit.
All right, Chris, thank you. We now have a traffic update for drivers in the Ocean View area. Substation Road between Burbage Road and Beaver Dam Road will be closed beginning Tuesday all the way until December 6th. DelDOT says this closure is needed for resurfacing and drainage work. Some developing news now out of Cambridge. City there is headed towards a runoff in its mayoral election. Commission President LaJohn Cephas won the mayor race, but not by enough. In Cambridge, candidates must actually have a 50% majority, and that didn't happen this time. Cephas secured over 42% of the vote, and the former mayor, Andrew Bradshaw, received nearly 41%. So now a runoff is scheduled for December 3rd.
Week 7 of the NFL season wraps up tonight, and a team that is on the roll, the Ravens. They've won 4 in a row, and during the win streak, the Ravens have averaged over 33 points a game. Since an 0-2 start, reigning MVP Lamar Jackson has rushed for 2 touchdowns. He's thrown for 8. Rashad Bateman has become a big target with 12 catches, 2 of those for touchdowns.
Playing, smarter, being more decisive with the football, understanding where he wants to go with the football, getting a certain, checks or looks that he sees fits best for the team, and really giving him the keys to the offense. And I think it's been working out in our favor.
Can't forget about Derrick Henry now. He already has over 700 yards rushing this season. The 4-2 Ravens and the 4-2 Buccaneers, they have a kickoff tonight set for 8:15. How about this homecoming for Saquon Barkley? Chris's Eagles, that running back there, scorched his former team, the Giants, with 170 yards. He had 1 touchdown, and the Eagles roll all over the Giants 28-3, and they up their record to 4-2. For Washington fans, some concern here from their game against the Panthers. Quarterback Jaden Daniels injured his ribs on this play in the first quarter, and he did not return. Marcus Mariota would come in after that, and The Burgundy and Gold, they didn't miss a beat. Mariota did have 2 touchdown passes in the 40-7 rout of the Panthers. Washington, they are 5-2. They are alone atop the NFC East. Daniels is expected to have more tests on his ribs today.
Still ahead this morning, a farewell to a popular food truck, why this Milton area favorite is now being forced to shut down.
Well, you're going to need the coat, maybe a sweater stepping outside this morning, but you're going to be able to shed it pretty quickly through the afternoon time frame because we're going to be into the 70s by the noontime hour and topping out around that 80-degree mark. We'll talk about a roller coaster ride as far as temperatures are concerned in that full 7-day forecast when Coast TV News Today comes right back.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped me get to the first day at my career, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from my service helped me buy my first home. And I take pride knowing I will be the first to respond if my community ever needs me.
To learn more, visit nationalguard.com/DC.
Welcome to the brand new Bath by Spicer Brothers showroom. Experience the future of bathroom remodeling. Bath by Spicer Brothers is Delmarva's exclusive BCI Elite dealer, offering more selections, styles, and colors, including options like the laser etch tile pattern system. Made in the USA, built for beauty and performance, our baths are durable, mold resistant, and guaranteed for life.
With no money down, no interest, and no payments until 2026, you have no reason to wait.
Call Bath by Spicer Brothers today because you deserve the best.
It starts with our oldest family tradition, artisan bread topped with the finest hand-sliced meats and cheeses. Add in the freshest locally grown produce, but don't forget the In our house, it's not just a hoagie, it's a primo.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
As temperatures drop, FH Fur invites you to be part of something truly heartwarming, our Fall into Comfort Toy Drive. Through December 15th for only $29, the experts at FH Fur will perform a comprehensive heating system inspection, ensuring your home stays snug through the chilly months ahead. The best part? 100% of the proceeds will go to the United States Marine Corps Reserve's Toys for Tots. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com.
All right, it is 6:47 on your Monday. Let's go now. Take a live look at Laurel. Beautiful shot there. We can tell the sun is on its way up, Chris, and it is definitely bringing some warmth with it today.
Without question, we're going to be well above that average high of 68 by this afternoon. Pretty cold, though, stepping outside right now. We're in the upper 30s to lower 40s away from the coast, in the lower 50s at the coast. But yes, once that sun rises, temperatures are going to warm pretty rapidly throughout the morning. You can see the winds pretty calm out of the west at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. We are seeing plenty of clear skies throughout much of the peninsula. In fact, yeah, you have to go way out into the Rockies or the far northeast to see any cloud cover, because we are going to see plenty of high pressure throughout the day today. We're going to continue to add to this drought of rain, measurable rain. It's been since September 27th, and you see the record 34 straight days. That is the driest period in Georgetown since 1945, and we're going to continue to march up these rankings in the days to come. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook, well below that normal average of precipitation. As we get into the 8 to 14 day period, again, well drier than normal throughout much of the eastern half of the country. 5-day temperatures, though, we are going to see that big drop in temperature as we head into Thursday behind that front. Big plunge from 80 back into the 60s. So highs across the peninsula today, upper 70s across the eastern shore to 80 in Federalsburg. We'll see 81 in Salisbury, 78 Princess Anne, and the cool spot 73 in Crisfield along the bay there. Clear skies on Futurecast. Overnight, we'll see starry skies, not as cold, still dipping into the upper 40s. Inland could see some patchy fog to start your Tuesday, but plenty of sunshine by the afternoon as we're going to be well into the upper 70s to lower 80s. As we get into Thursday, though, that's when the front moves through. Again, most of the moisture well to the north of the peninsula, so we stay dry behind the front, but much colder. And then we see another front move in Saturday into Sunday. Again, this front looks primarily dry with most of the shower activity well to the north of the peninsula. And then we see a reinforcing shot of cooler air by Sunday, so it will feel much more like fall by the weekend as that front passes through. Big drop in temperatures, and we're going to see highs back into the 60s, but again, staying dry. 80 degrees this afternoon, a marvelous start to the week. 48 overnight under those starry skies against some patchy fog possible. 82 for your Tuesday. The record 83 set back in 2020. And there's your umbrella winner, Deborah Short of Easton, Maryland. Congratulations on your Paul Davis umbrella. We go from 80 on Wednesday to 67 on Thursday. Very cool as we see more fall-like temperatures as we go into Saturday and Sunday, but staying dry under mostly sunny skies.
Thank you, Chris. Beloved local barbecue food truck closing shop, at least for now. Sunday was the final day for Smokin' D's in Milton, and in a Facebook post, the owners expressed extreme gratitude to their landlords, property owners. According to the owners, site plan approvals for that property back in 2021 are about to expire, prompting this move. The owners say they've worked with the tenants to find new locations like Smokin' D's.
Time is now 6:51 this morning, and we are going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day is Munchie. This picture was taken on July 4th. Munchie was afraid of the loud fireworks then. He loves running around the house and climbing the stairs. Looks like he also likes sitting on a bed or a couch, too.
Perhaps.
Munchie's picture was sent to us by Alana in Longneck.
Thank you for sending us that photo, Alana. We want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Keep sending us photos just like that one. Tell us all about your special pet.
Yep, you can scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
Well, I don't know about you, but this month is just blowing by. Just 10 days away from Halloween. Election Day, a very important day there. 15 days away. 38 away from Thanksgiving. We'll have a look at that dry and, yes, mild extended forecast coming up right up.
Have you ever needed some help with selection and design layout in your renovated tile bathroom project, kitchen backsplash, or any other tile project? You don't have to go across the bridge. The professionals at East Coast Tile and Flooring offer the largest selection to assist architects, designers, and homeowners on any size project in all price ranges. East Coast Tile and Flooring has the quality, knowledge, and expertise you need. Call East Coast Tile and Flooring today for a design consultation.
Elevate your business and engage more customers with Draper Media. Our diverse network of media properties such as WBOC, Coast TV, 93.5 The Beach, and 102.5 WBOC reaches over 500,000 Delmarva residents across various channels like television, radio, social media, and digital platforms. Enhance your brand's visibility across the Delmarva region with Draper Media. Our passionate team of media specialists and content creators are dedicated to showcasing your brand through engaging commercials, dynamic drone footage, eye-catching graphic and web design, and social media branding. Share your brand story on our popular programs, capturing the attention of your target audience. Trust your brand with Draper Media, a family-oriented company serving the Delmarva community. Contact Frank Hamilton today at fhamilton@wboc.com to get started.
Celebrate the season with the 4 best days of fall at Sunfest. Experience the ultimate celebration of food, drinks, arts, crafts, and entertainment along the boards from October 24th to the 27th. Embrace fall by enjoying a seaside tractor ride, chilling around a beach bonfire, navigating a corn maze, or participating in a pet and bicycle event. Shop around over 200 arts and crafts vendors. Immerse yourself in music with an incredible lineup of free musical performances. Enjoy the free family fun all day. For more information, visit ococean.com/sunfest.
Hi, I'm Bill Whaley, inventor of the porch protection system. I want to talk a little bit about the extra space that can be created with the porch protection system. You can use that extra space for exercise equipment, pets, children, fireplaces. It's all marine grade materials. They're really easy to roll up and down. It also holds heat and air conditioning equally well. Start creating that extra space at your house today.
Call or visit porchprotection.com for your free quote.
is 6:54. It's time for some things you need to know now before you go. It was just last week we learned about the very shocking death of this man right there, James Welsh, a Sussex Central High School graduate who would go on to be a Bethany Beach EMT and Sea Colony lifeguard. While working in a first responder role in Kentucky, he and 2 others were killed en route to an accident in a helicopter. That helicopter crashed after clipping a power line. Welsh now leaves behind a pregnant wife. However, a GoFundMe has been started to help out the Welsh family. We have a link to that on CoastTV.com.
And in Houston, we have another helicopter crash to tell you about. 4 people, including a child, were killed. This is the scene video of it here. The Houston Fire Department said the crash happened at about 7:54 p.m. Preliminary details suggest the helicopter hit a radio tower before crashing. As of 9:30 p.m., officials say the fire was out.
Working now to improve the water quality situation in the South Bethany Canal. The town there has been monitoring the water quality after they found dissolved oxygen levels were 70% higher in 2023 compared to 2022. The oxygen levels have a direct impact on the lack of fish and an increase in algae growth. At this morning's canal water quality, there will be an update on the dredging project, also expected to be given.
This morning, many Cubans remained in the dark as Hurricane Oscar makes landfall on the island. Electricity and much of the island have yet to be fully restored days after a blackout. Now residents face Hurricane Oscar. It made landfall as a Category 1 storm on the island's coast Sunday night with sustained winds of 80 miles per hour. The impact of the blackout goes beyond lighting, and services like water supply also depend on electricity to run pumps. There's no official estimate for when that blackout will end.
All right, 6:56 now. Time for a look at your forecast before you head out your door.
They got one final check with First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobono. Not a fall-like feel for later today, Chris.
No, not a lot, man. I'll tell you what, it's pretty cold out there right now, but yeah, we're going to warm up really quickly through the morning and into the afternoon as we go from the 40s into the 60s by 10. We're in the 70s by noon on our way to that high of 80 degrees. So a gorgeous start to the week. We're at 82 for your Tuesday. The record is 83 set back in 2020. So we're going to come very close to that. We get one more mild day Wednesday. Front comes through Wednesday. Not a lot of moisture with this front. It's going to be a dry front. We need the rain desperately, but we're going to be back in the 60s by Thursday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So the weekend, if you want the fall-like weather to stick around, it's going to be very nice this weekend with temperatures in the 60s. And then look at that. By next Tuesday and Wednesday, we're back up into the mid-70s.
All right, not too bad, Chris. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us on Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
As always, we'll be back with Coast TV midday at 11, so stick with us.
And for even more news and coverage and countdown, download our Coast TV News and weather apps. Have a great Monday morning, everybody.